Hi, everyone. My name is Lexi Turner, and I welcome you to today's episode of Confidently Me, where we have real conversations about confidence, growth, purpose, and becoming who we are meant to be. One of my favorite parts about these conversations is just getting to hear all of the unique stories behind the titles and accomplishments. Every confident woman has faced challenges, moments of doubt, and specific things in her journey that has shaped who she is today. Today's guest is no exception, and I'm so excited to hear more about her journey. She is a dedicated young woman who is passionate about making a difference through advocacy and service. As the founder of the Youth Endocrine Health Project, she works to educate and support young people affected by endocrine health conditions while raising awareness about the importance of endocrine health. She also enjoys partnering with organizations such as the Autoimmune Association to further her mission of advocacy and awareness. Beyond her platform work, she loves staying active through dance, Pilates, and weightlifting, and enjoys expressing her creativity in the kitchen through baking and cooking. So please help me welcome our very special guest, your America's Ideal Miss Southern Coast teen, Sydney Hayden.
Hi, everyone.
I'm so excited to get started. Before we dive in, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself so we can all get a better feel for you?
Yeah, my name is Sydney Hayden. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Central Florida and I'm relatively new to pageantry. And as you said, I'm the founder of the Youth Endocrine Health Project.
Awesome. I'm so excited. So,
Yes, thank you.
starting off strong, what does confidence mean to you personally?
For me personally, I think it means to be like comfortable in your own skin. As someone who has moved around a lot, that's been like the biggest thing for me in my confidence journey is just like being comfortable with who I am and who I'm becoming. So,
Yes, that's so important, especially whenever you face challenges along the road. It's so important to just be confident in who you were created to be and not let anybody tell you to be someone else.
yes.
So, could you please tell us a story of a time when you had to believe in yourself before anyone else did?
Yeah, so I'm a former competitive dancer, and last year I made the decision to step away from it and try pageantry. And it was honestly my decision. Like, no one really kind of like pointed me in that direction. So, having to believe in myself that I could try something new and excel at it was really challenging at first. But, when I believed in myself before anyone else did, that was like ultimately what drove me to success in pageantry.
I love that. How long were you dancing? What age did you start?
So competitively, I started at age 7, and then recreationally, I started at age 3. So it was a
Oh, wow.
big part of my life for a long time.
Were you at, the same studio the whole time, or
No,
no?
I've moved around a lot. So, I'm from Missouri. So I went to about 3 studios there. And then when I moved to Florida, I went to 2. So yeah, I've
That's so
had
cool.
like many dance experiences.
That's really cool. That's so cool. I love dancers. They're always so sweet, and I just love watching. So cool. So cool.
Yes, I love dance.
So, growing up, was confidence something that came naturally to you, or did you have to work on it as you got older?
I would say I was very bubbly growing up and I was always like a people person, but being confident, like it's really easy, I think, to like put on a front that you're confident. And as a dancer, I was very much so like taught to like appear to be confident.
Mhm.
But like internally, I don't know that I was always as confident as I am today. So my short answer would be no. I definitely had
Mhm.
to like work on it and like figure out who I was and what, like, being myself meant, if that makes sense.
Yes. I definitely can agree with that. With pageants, dance, extracurriculars, it definitely is easy to put on that mask that people
Yeah.
think that you're confident, but it
Yes,
definitely is important to start working from the inside out so that you are truly confident, but also come off confident to other people.
exactly.
What has been one of the biggest obstacles you've had to overcome in your confidence journey?
Probably moving. As, I've moved halfway across the country in the middle of high school. I've been to 3 different high schools at this point, and just, like, being comfortable enough to, like, share who I am with other people over and over again.
Uh-huh.
It was a lot of, like, picking up and starting over. So, it was a really big obstacle in my life and especially in my confidence journey, but I feel like I've gotten to the point where, like, I am comfortable starting over, and that's, like, a really good
Mhm.
life skill, I feel like, especially,
Yes.
pageantry helped a lot, like, you figure out who you are and what you're passionate about, and then you're able to share that with other people, so, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. I mean, that definitely could have was hard. Making friends is hard. Change is hard,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
And just having to go through all of that and then still keep your sense of like self-worth
Yes.
is can be a challenge, definitely.
Mhm.
People underestimate how hard it is to keep your confidence up whenever there's forks in the road.
Yeah.
How has your work with the Youth Endocrine Health Project shaped the way you view yourself and your purpose?
So, my project is, like, really close to my heart because I personally have endocrine health issues, so being confident enough to, like, show that vulnerability and, like, connect with other people through our, like, shared obstacles,
Mhm.
it's been such a, like, amazing experience, and it's been so, like, beneficial to me in my journey, like, with the health issues also, like, just being able to, like, compartmentalize, like, yes, it can be such a negative thing, but, like, when you're able to help other people who are going through something similar, it's amazing to see, like, where that goes.
Definitely. That's a very powerful perspective for that, definitely. So, advocacy can sometimes require like speaking up in difficult situations for something you care about. How have you found the confidence to use your voice?
So, a lot of my doctors have actually pointed me in the right direction with this. There's been, like, a lot of things that I've wanted to speak up about, there was a ban recently on, like, some of the medications that I take just
Uh-huh.
because they're not, like, FDA certified. So, being able to, like, connect with the professionals in my life and, like, figure out how I can get involved and really, like, be super hands-on with it, that's, like, honestly, like, the best way that I've found to take initiative.
I love that. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So, can you tell me a little bit about how you stay motivated when you're working towards a goal that feels bigger than yourself?
The best way that I stay motivated is honestly, like, you have to continuously surround yourself with people who remind you of your why. So for me, like, my mom is always, picking me up and, like, like, you have to remember, like, why you started. Like, there's so many obstacles and there's so much you have to overcome to get to that end goal. So really, it is about the people that you surround yourself around. If you're not constantly around positive attitudes,
Yes.
like, you're gonna develop the negativity. And yeah, so that's been the biggest thing for me ultimately.
Oh, definitely. Having good friends is one of I always say that having good friends is a very big step to finding your own confidence because
Yes,
you need people who hype you up and say, "You can do this. You got this," instead of tearing you down and not wanting you to be successful.
100%.
Definitely. Was there a specific moment that inspired you to create the Youth Endocrine Health Project? Like, I know you struggled with, your health issues with this for a while, but is there just a specific moment that you were like, "I need to have this project. I need to speak up about this?"
Yes. So there was a moment in time where I was like trying to find the community of people who like had these similar issues. And I realized there's not a lot of teenagers who are like open about like what they're going through. Like there's a lot of kids who have thyroid issues and there's a lot of kids who have either like diabetes or like another underlying endocrine health problem.
Mhm.
But no one talks about it and it's not like an open community. So I was like honestly pretty down about that. I was like, there has to be people out there who are going through the same thing as me. So I did some like research and the like increasing rate of teenagers that are coming down with endocrine health issues. it's, like, increased by 300% over the last few
Oh, wow.
years. And I'm like, "Wow, we really need to get this community together and, work on some more advocacy and research because there's so much still, like, unknown about whether it's the thyroid or the pancreas or the pituitary gland." It's just a
Uh-huh.
lot of question marks, so
Definitely. I think that's a really great reminder to just speak up for what you care about and put forth all of your energy into something that really matters to you.
yeah.
Because if every teenager did that, we would have so much more community service going on and so
Yes.
much more awareness of advocacy and serving your community.
Yes.
How do you stay? Oh, sorry. What role does resilience play in building confidence for you?
It plays a really big role, I would say. There was a lot of times where I feel like I could have given up and, kinda just moved on and, like, not picked up certain hobbies again because whether, like, it didn't work out for me or it was challenging. But, having resiliency is so powerful, like, you have to be able to keep going,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it's definitely a very big stepping stone to confidence for me.
Very big, very big. It is just so important to, even if you fall off the wagon, to get back on again and keep going.
Yes.
So important. When you experience setbacks or disappointment, how do you keep moving forward?
I like to have, like, reset days. So,
Mhm.
my mom has always taught me, like, your life is a box. You have to hit each corner every single day. So, there's your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health. So, having those days where I, like, remind myself, like, I have to fill each corner of my box, that's how I keep going. And, like, you really do have to pour into yourself and, keep yourself healthy ultimately.
That is really awesome. I that's really awesome for people who are listening to hear that. Can you say the 4 points of the box again?
Yes, so you have your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical, and your emotional health. It's like the soul, the mind, the body, and the heart. So, yeah,
That's
you
really
really have
awesome.
to touch each corner every single day to keep
That
your
is very, very true. Everyone listening, remember that. Very
yeah.
important. Amazing advice. So, on the topic of ideal now, what has holding the
Mhm.
title of America's Ideal Miss Southern Coast Teen taught you about confidence?
It's taught me the importance of who you surround yourself with. I know I kinda, like, briefly mentioned that earlier, but especially, like, I know our state specifically, like, we have such an incredible group of girls. It's just, like, it's crazy to me, like, how much we've all bonded together, and so, being able to uplift each other and pour into each other confidence-wise, it really is yes, you can be confident in yourself, but you have to be so confident in yourself that you can, bounce that back to someone else also. So,
Yes.
holding this title, I feel like that's kind of been, my experience, like, we've all kind of empowered each other and built our confidence off of each other too, in a way.
Definitely. And following up on that, it's not even just about finding friends that help you build your confidence. You need to think about, are you that friend that helps build up
Yes.
other people's confidence? Because that's also very important, because you're not going to attract the correct people if you're not the correct person, if you know what I
Yes.
mean.
That's
Because
so
that's just, it's so important that you really, like you were, how you were talking about taking days and just thinking about things, you need to take time and think about, am I liking what I'm doing with my life? Am I feeling like I'm a good person? Things like that.
yes.
It's so important.
Mhm.
So, how has the America's Ideal Miss organization helped you grow as a person?
I would say it's given me, like, a sense of a purpose even more so. Being able to, like, further my platform, we're currently, like, in the middle of trying to get it to be a non-for-profit. So, with that, we're gonna create, like, a mentor program where we kinda just, like, bring people under our wing and, like, talk them through their diagnosis and, like, point them in the right
Mhm.
direction for healthcare. So I'm like super excited about that. It's definitely given me like an outlet to like facilitate those advancements in my platform. So I'm like so excited to see where that goes and the
Yes.
friendships along the way also. There's so many girls that we've all connected with and it's just been
Oh,
such an
yes.
amazing experience.
Oh, yes. I really do believe that community service is a great outlet too, because
Mhm.
not only does it make other people feel good, but it can make you feel good about yourself, which can boost
Yes.
up your confidence. And all of that comes around back to the I in ideal,
Mhm.
impactful, which is
Yes.
super important, and encouraging others to be their best selves, which is also kind of what I'm doing with this podcast right now, getting these girls
Yeah.
on here to encourage others. So,
Mhm.
I mean, really, just the 5 points of ideal definitely tie to pretty much everything that we do as pageant girls and um community service people.
Yes. Yes.
Who knows
100%.
what word? I don't know what word I was looking for, but
Yeah. Volunteers.
volunteers, yes. So, what do you think people often misunderstand about confidence?
I would say there's, the image on social media of what confidence looks like, and it's
Yes.
very prideful or almost like self-absorbed, whereas I think the actual understanding of confidence is like being comfortable in yourself to like believe that you can either like make a difference or you're worthy or, you have
Yes.
like the tools to do what you need to do in life. And, I really do think that social media has created like a misunderstanding of what confidence looks like.
Yeah.
And I think when you like go back and you like really see like what scripture says about confidence and like where our confidence should be stemming from, there's such a big gap there. And it's
Yes.
really important to just like keep that reminder like we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are,
Yes.
beautiful as we are. We don't need to portray something we're not on social media. So, yes.
Exactly. That's actually a big part of my platform too, talking
Mhm.
about how social media does not define us. And it
Yes.
doesn't even define the people in the photos or highlight reels that we see. Because if you really think about it, that's just one snap in time. Like, we don't see, like, if they took 100 photos before they choose that one, or if they were crying right before, if they were arguing with the person taking the photo, or if they've had a horrible
Yes.
day or a good day. Like, we don't know any of that. And that's definitely an amazing reminder to just know that you don't need to compare to the people that you see online, especially celebrities or influencers, because it's just completely different.
Yes. Exactly. I love how you say highlight reel too. It's like these
Yes.
are the best moments. Like,
Yes,
we're putting our best foot forward on social media, so you can't, like, look at that and take that for face value. So, yeah, I love that phrase.
exactly. So you stay active through dance, Pilates, and weightlifting, which I love. I love staying active. So, how has movement and fitness impacted your mindset and self confidence?
Oh gosh. Well, that corner of my life, the physical, I
Mhm.
think it really pairs with mental. So, those days where I don't necessarily have time to like hit all four, it's like I really like combined the mental and physical with fitness and I can really just like leave out like all my emotions and like kind of like take a mental break in my day and just like, go to the gym and move my body. It's kind of just like a clean
Mhm.
slate afterwards. So it's been
Oh,
really beneficial for me, especially like in pageant prep. It's really hard to stay motivated or feel like I'm moving in the right direction, as we get closer to July 21st.
I know.
So yeah, it's been so good for my confidence. So, like if you're showing up for yourself, you're gonna be able to show up for others, and you're gonna be able to
Exactly.
do what you need to do.
Exactly. So, I mean, you gotta tell us which one's your favorite, dance, Pilates, or weightlifting? If you had to choose one to do all the time.
Goodness. Right now, I would say weightlifting, actually, and I probably would have never said that a few months ago, but I've been loving it. It's kind of like a really good way to clear my mind, kinda like I said earlier. It's like you kind of like if you go in there angry, you're not gonna leave angry because it's like a big endorphin rush, but yeah,
I
I
love
love
that.
it.
I love that. I've definitely seen it on, like, your social media and your story. I love that for
Yeah.
you. I love
Thank
that.
you.
So, what is one habit or routine that helps you stay positive during stressful seasons or times or whatever?
Yeah. Prayer has been big for me and gratitude journaling, writing down, like, super simple things that I'm, like, grateful for, that I, like, have access to, like, it can be so simple, like,
Oh,
today
yes.
I woke up, like, I'm grateful I have running water, I'm grateful that I can go to a workout class, like, these blessings in our life that we don't realize are so like,
Oh,
we're so
yes.
lucky, we're so blessed, like, just those daily reminders have been really beneficial for me.
Oh, yes. It's so important to remember that some people don't have the things that we have. I mean,
Yeah.
we're only sometimes thinking about the big things, so we need to remember the little things, like you said, waking up, having water, having clothes on our back, a roof over our head, food in the
Mhm.
pantry, things like that. So
Yeah.
it's so important to remember that. Gratitude is such a big part of confidence as well.
Yes.
How do you balance striving for excellence while still showing yourself grace?
I think, you know, back to the people you surround yourself with, it's really important to have people who, view you as someone who is also human, like, you're bound to make mistakes.
Mhm.
I'm very lucky that I have such, like, accepting parents, and they're very, um not, like, forgiving, but, they extend grace to me, like, they know I'm busy, and, yeah, it's been
Oh, yeah.
kind of a crazy, like, school year, um, like, past 9 months, honestly. So, yeah, surrounding yourself with people who will extend that grace for you, it kinda helps, like, with those perfectionist tendencies. It's like, like, if my parents are saying that it's okay that I'm not, like, perfect right now, like, then it's okay, you know? So it's like the little things like
Yes.
that.
Oh, definitely. Your parents just telling you that everything's gonna be okay is one of the best things that they can do.
Yes.
So, what advice would you give to a young woman who wants to make a difference but still doesn't feel enough confidence to start?
I would say the first thing, you kind of have to manifest for yourself. You have to
Yes.
view yourself as a leader, and if you can put on that hat or that role of, you know, leading a group of people or, starting a campaign, it can be as small as like starting a GoFundMe for like a small cause. Like you have to view yourself as someone who's capable of that. And I think that's where it all starts.
Mhm.
You're gonna be in rooms with people who have like way higher authority than you, and you're there as a volunteer or you're there leading that group of people, and it can be really scary. But, that constant reminder, like, you're there for a reason, you're there because they want you to be there and they need you. So, yeah,
Exactly.
viewing yourself as someone who's needed.
Exactly. It's just so important. I mean, it really just all starts with the initiative. Like, you need to find it in yourself. Like, I want to do this. I need to do this. And especially, well, for me, it took me a while to start counting confidence because I was like, what do I even do? And also, I mean, I like knew what I wanted to do, but you don't exactly know what you want to do. It's like, what am I even going to do with this? So, definitely finding something that you're super passionate about is always the first step.
Mhm.
Because if you're just representing something that you don't really know or care about, then it's not really going to make that much of a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So, if you could sit down with your younger self for 5 minutes, what would you tell her?
I think I would tell her that everything is going to work out because I was such a, like, anxious younger child, honestly, like, I was stressing about, like, college applications before I was even, like, in middle school, and now I'm, like, approaching that phase of life, and I'm like, "Wow, like, everything is going to be okay." Like,
Yes.
hard work will truly take you so far, and yeah, I would definitely tell, like, any younger girl, your hard work will trump talent anywhere you go. Like, just if as long as you can, like, stay determined enough to give your 100%, like, you'll be A-okay.
I can relate to the college application thing. I
Yeah.
mean, it's honestly sort of stressful, but just, I mean, turning it back to faith and
Yes.
scripture, God says to trust in his plan and do not worry about the future, but in the present and diving into his faith while you have the time. And I think that is just such an incredible reminder because you don't always need to be worrying about what's next, but what's happening right now and what you can do to prepare for the future.
Exactly.
It is raining so bad here. I'm like, "Oh, no,
Uh-oh.
I hope they don't hear this." It's literally, like, thundering in the background. Oh my goodness.
I don't hear it, so I hope that
Okay,
helps.
that's good. Let's see. We are already on our last question. This
Okay.
went by super fast.
Yes.
So, if everyone listening remembered one thing from today, what would you want it to be?
Definitely the 4 corners. It has changed my life, like, truly changed my life. So, I think, if that, like, really, like, resonated with anyone watching, you should go and, like, draw a box and just remember, like, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, and really just, like, work on hitting every 4 corner every day. And, like, none of us are perfect, I'm not even gonna lie, I barely hit 4 corners every day. Like,
Oh, yeah,
it's rare, but when I do, it's like it's life-changing. Like, your days are
definitely.
so much better. So, yeah, you really do have to pour into yourself in every aspect.
Yes. I love that that got brought up because that is definitely gonna be the highlight of this interview. I think that's gonna be something a lot of these girls will remember for a very long time.
Yes, I hope so.
I do too. Well, Sydney, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story and your heart for advocacy and just really the lessons that you've learned all along your journey. Your passion for serving others and using your voice to make a difference is definitely super inspiring. And I think everyone listening will be so encouraged. And everyone listening, remember, confidence isn't about having all the answers, but it's about trusting yourself to take the next step. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening to Confidently Me today, and I can't wait for next time. Bye, everyone.